Okay. Thank you, sir, for introducing me, and I thank the seminar's organizer for giving me an opportunity to present my paper. Uh, I will not be reading it because it will be taking much fun out of it. I will be trying to tell this is a pretty different way of approaching this liminality. Because I'll be talking about French drama. I'm a French dramatist, Jean Anouilh, and the title of my paper is Identity of Jean Anouilh's Antigone, Liminality and Nazi Colonization in France. Now, it was a very interesting paradigm that we encounter while we are reading Anouilh's theatrics and theatricality. And the viewership of 1940s is in a liminal space because of the vortex of Nazi occupation of Paris. So the epistemic mythoscope has been defined through cultural paradoxes and mindscape of artistry. And history of Nazism redefined the mythological space of Sophocles' Antigone into Antigone. And when Jean Anouilh is reinventing the myth, he is also looking into Antigone's Heterotopia as per Foucauldian description. And when we are launched into the space of agon, which, the Greek word agon, the debate between Anouilh's Antigone and Creon out here, the question was not of what is right and what is wrong. Anouilh's protagonists has always, like Antigone, Eurydice, Jeanne d'Arc, has always rejected fragmented happiness, the liminal status, and they do not want a compromised purity. They want something which is against le sale bonheur, something which is dirty compromise. So here we are encountering a very, very different kind of an alterity to political dystopia of Creon/Nazi Germany in a more socio-cultural topography. So when we are in the middle of the discourse and we understand that here the Greek word topos is in the alterity of the mindscape. And in the mindscape, Anouilh has tried to show again and again that his heroines are very much Rousseauian, and they were looking into the natural purity of humanity, and there was no compromise with les autres, the others. And what we also say, there's this interesting debate when Antigone and Creon faces each other. And he says, I will just say in French in a little and then I'll translate. Vous me dégoûtez tout avec votre bonheur. You disgust me with your hated goodness. Avec votre vie qu'il faut aimer coûte que coûte. Something which is yours and you love little happiness. I am not here to like your little happiness. I am here to have it all or nothing. I want je ne peux pas une petit morceau. I do not want little pieces of your happiness. Give me all or je veux mourir. I want to die. So this kind of rejection of a compromised spectral life, and opposing that is not nihilistic desire of death, It's a kind of a purity that arises in Antigone's desire. And again he says, I spit on your happiness, I spit on your idea of life, I want it total, complete, otherwise I reject it. So there is this kind of supremacy in her desire to go beyond the liminal space of isolated happiness. Again and again in Anouilh we see this rejection of a compromise and prosaic life is placed. And when we see death, this kind of death here is something very pure. It's not your necropolitics. There is the necros here is not essentially present. Their death is more of a Thanos, moving from Eros to Thanos rather than into Necros. Necros is much more space of a dead matter. Here the matter in itself is so powerful that it rejects the isolation of a prosaic continuity and kind of builds a crisis heterotopia. And what we see in Anouilh's heroines, in Jeanne d'Arc as well, there is this total acceptance that death is all right. It is far purer option. Now, purity for in itself is also a very dichotomous concept, as we all know. So what is purity is something which always has troubled the modernist and postmodernist ideas. Am I audible, or there's a problem? Okay, so so when we see that the idea of purity is coming, and here this is what I always try to tell everybody. Most of the Anouilh's critique thought that Anouilh is wanting an utopian existence. I am against it. It's more of a, as I said in the beginning, an heterotopian existence, which is not either, which is against both utopia and dystopia. And what we see here is a Foucauldian term of topos and heteros getting a more important assimilation. And as Walter Russell Mead has written, utopia is a place where everything is good, dystopia is a place where everything is bad, and with heterotopia is where things are different. That is a collection whose members have few or no intelligible connection with one another. So there's this Anouilh's dramatic universe exfoliates the ontological premises and provides the idea of heterotopia in his character. And the teleology of such is it's very difficult to obviously delineate. What we can try is always try and map the mythoscope and mythosphere of Anouilh, where death is obviously a better option. Anouilh's heroine obviously rejects and therefore cannot accept any sale bonheur or compromised happiness, and Therese, another character, is also kind of feels that acceptance, a liminal status, is it's pretty claustrophobic. They don't want that. So there is this desire to move into a more significant S position of symbolic and Lacanian diagram. So the subject here and his relation with autre and his relation imaginaire with moi and autre. So what we come across is the Lacanian moi is the self of Therese as well as Antigone, and the relation she is caught up with others is imaginary, and therefore the gulf between her and them is that of a signifier and the signified.
within 2 minutes.
Yeah, I am almost done, sir, because I'm not dictating. I just, talk you through a little. Like, why Antigone and why Anouilh wanted this. This is the last thing I want to talk. Like, why Anouilh is so different. You have Girardou at that time who is using myth. There are a lot of people who has reinvented myth, even Jean-Paul Sartre. But 1940, remember the 1940. You cannot forget the Vichy regime. You cannot forget General Pétain's absolution, absolutely. And there's this Nazi colonization. We should always remember France was never colonized before, and this is a very very foreign situation for them, right? And as a French writer, one would, and French people have always been very very sentimental with their idea of liberty since 1789 French Revolution. They have this thing, and they have never been colonized, and suddenly Hitler's people come and take their land. So being a first world country, it's not easy. It's not easy. And they are not third world countries. They have never been colonized. They have tried colonizing many places. They have colonized Algiers. They have colonized Senegal. So sometime when the colonizer becomes colonized, it's not that easy. Thank you.